Hello again, everybody. This is Phil Evans, and it's great to be here doing another video for all of you people out there that just might be gaining something from these. My message to you at the beginning of every video is that you are the key. You are the key in all of your stuff. Okay, so healing, growing, feeling better, becoming more calm, whatever is going on in your life that you require right now, you are the key. And one really important thing about, let's call it personal fulfillment, gaining satisfaction. One of the best ways that I've noticed that any of us can do that is to actually help others. And an important part of helping others, and I am extremely aware of this personally, is we must remember not to get into rescue. Because if we see somebody, and there could even be an attraction here too, all right? So we see somebody that's in need, or we see somebody that's hurting, quite often that's a reflection of our own stuff. So what we can easily do, it's easier to help them than it is to help ourselves. So we get into rescue mode. Now, as a person who, as a life coach, I wear my life coach's hat, and I also try to take it off as often as I can, because for my friends and family, that's important. It's hard for me sometimes to not take that hat off. So just be aware that if we get into rescue, if we get into trying to fix somebody, save them, make them happy, we just can't do that. And our energy gets all out of whack, they get all out of whack, and things just don't work properly. The most important thing to remember though is, if somebody is asking advice, great, give it. If somebody does look a little bit down and out, offer them a smile or a coffee. Offer them some friendship or a talk, but ask. Make sure you do it in a way that is comfortable with them, and if they just go, no, I'm okay, thanks, then okay, next. So call it good deeds, call it whatever you like, but personal fulfillment comes massively from when we are helping others. Sometimes that help might be asked for, but sometimes that help might be just graciously given in the spur of the moment. It might be seeing somebody that does need help right now. In some way, they might have fallen over, they might look sick, they might look down and out. It's up to you. You've got to work out what that person may or may not need from you. But those unselfish acts of kindness and acts of genuinely helping friends, loved ones, family, might be strangers, might be someone you've just met. You might be out on a date, a blind date, you've never met them before. But be aware of that connection that can come from that rescue mode situation. You meet someone and suddenly there's this, oh great, you know, you mightn't even think it consciously, but your subconscious mind will fall in love with this person. Now, I remember hearing a guy say, relationships are not a choice. Think about that. They're fairly challenging words. And what, in saying that, what we mean, those of us that agree with it, what we mean are relationships can often come out of one or both of us being in rescue mode. And we want to save that person, we want to make them happy, we want to fix them, all of those things. And we just can't do it. As much as we would love to, we just can't do it. It might work for a little while, but it'll wear off. Okay? You will drive yourself and the other person ratty. So, getting back to the focus, The focus is that unselfish acts of kindness. Just genuinely helping people, whether they ask or whether they don't ask, you may offer, is a brilliant way to get personal fulfillment and personal satisfaction, and walk away and quite often even maybe say to the person, hey, pay it forward. You know, they might need something, give it something and just, you know, pay it forward. Do a kind act for somebody else. And that's a great principle. So once again, the message is simple, but there are many aspects of that message. But keep in mind, it's the simple things. And it's that simplicity in when we can help somebody else. It might even be professional, by the way. If you're working in a role where you are professionally helping people every day, then as long as you can step back from the emotion of that and stay disconnected from the emotion of that, that is absolutely brilliant. And once again, is in my role as a life coach, executive coach, and even just counselling people or mentoring, I have to be aware of not getting into their emotion. And there's a saying, it's sort of detach with love. So you stay detached from the people. And if you're doing this professionally, or even if you're doing this where you are working, I don't know, in aged care, or you're a volunteer somewhere and you're doing things for other people, just become aware of that getting attached to their stuff. It is easy to do, and that's why a lot of jobs, a lot of career paths, a lot of people in those different roles and jobs, they actually need debriefing after a lot of the things that they can do, that they have to do each day. There is pain and suffering involved, and they then need to debrief and then detach from that. So be aware of all those things, okay? Keep it simple if you can. If you are professionally, or if you are out there as a volunteer helping others, then do your best to detach from the emotional stuff. And then you, as you do that, you will be a stronger support for that person anyway, okay? So, happy good deeding, and I hope you do get to help many others, but remember, the most important person in life that you need to help is that person in the mirror. So every time you go to the mirror, just have a little think, am I helping me? And if you're not, then direct and divert some of that time and attention to yourself. Because when we actually do help ourselves, and even become a little bit selfish, because most of us have been taught that selfish is bad. Being selfish is about looking after number one, and the more we look after number one, the better then we are at looking after others. The better person we become, partner we become, parent, husband, wife, whatever. So I will leave you with those few messages, but it's all wrapped up in that personal fulfillment coming from genuine help rather than rescue. Okay? I'll be back soon. Stay well. Ciao.